when we talk about the tech companies, I think, we all understand a lot of things about it. So the fascinating part about the supply chain, the manufacturing companies is other than the direct customers, they also work extensively with their distribution channel, which is their suppliers, their wholesalers, their distributors. And these are what we have seen are quite traditional in their approach. They know each other in and out. They have their own trade shows, their conventions. A lot of these activities happen offline. So how does this relationship framework apply to them as well?
Yeah, no, that makes sense. I mean, I would say you just have to look at your distributors as a customer. So there is, and again, it kind of depends on your business model, but um, if you're selling primarily or solely through distributors, then the distributor is really your customer. And yes, you need to do things to speak to the end user for sure, but really the distributor is the person who you need to make the most happy. Because if they don't don't purchase, they don't stock from you, or they don't give you, depending on what's going on, they don't give you shelf space, or they're not going to make you prominent on their website or something like that, then you're not going to make sales, right? So then it's doing the same thing, interviewing distributors and figuring out what is most important to them. And um, their answers might surprise you. Maybe it is just straightforward things like, well, we need you to actually deliver on time. Okay, well, that's something you need to make sure you're doing.
You do
And if you're not,
irrespective.
yeah, and if you're not, then really honestly, there's not much marketing is going to be able to do for you. You have a different problem. um, and but they might say other things that you're not expecting. Maybe they're like, hey, look, our customers don't really care about lead time as much as they care about, you know whatever, quality, or being able to understand how the product works, and having some educational content. And we get a lot of calls of our customers that are frustrated when they go to use the product, or they go to implement it, and there's not good instructions of how to do that. And so we have this other this other company that we buy from, and they've got these great videos that go through each one of their products and explain it. If you do research and you learn that, it's like, okay, wow, well, that's an important piece of information. And if you hear that from multiple of your distributors, then you go, okay, well, maybe we should start out with marketing content focused on how to use our product, or how to, if it's a component, maybe it's about how do you actually install this component, or, how does it, if it's engineers buying it, what are some of the specs around that they need to understand, or some of the process around that, and then making that accessible for your distributors to put on their website, or for them to communicate it or send it off. So seeing your distributor is almost like a customer, but also even like a part of your sales team, because they're really, in a sense, both of those at the same time, and making sure that you're equipping them with the content that they need. So you know the type of content that you create for a distributor might be different, but the idea is still the same. You need to research and understand what challenges are they facing, what's actually really important to them, why are they buying from you right now, why are they buying from your competitors. And if you can really understand what they're looking for, then you can create the right kind of content to fit their make their job easier, essentially. And if you do that, then you're gonna win.